what's up? You're watching flashrock.com. My name is Leah Ann. How you doing? So the band that you're about to see tonight, I've been checking out their profile, and they are ready to bring stadium rock back. This is First Round Knockout.
Shadows, you crying in my dreams. I used to have it all and I didn't realize. Shine a light on me. I never meant to drive you crazy. I never meant to cause you harm. If only I could make it up to you one more time. Thought that you would stay forever. Took for granted what I had. The face inside my mirror, the voice inside my head. Didn't realize what I had. I never meant to drive you crazy. I never meant to cause you harm. If only I could make it up to you one more time. One more time. Drive you crazy. I never meant to cause you harm. If only I could make it up to you. I never meant to be so stubborn. Never wanted to see you cry. If only I could make it up to you one more time. Yeah. All right, first round knockout in the house. Flash Rock. One RKO. Check us out on MySpace. MySpace.com. One RKO. Buy our CD. We don't have shirts yet though. Doing it down here. Good to me. Hey everybody. This is called So Alive. too late to make my dreams come true. I'm gonna set the world on fire. I'm gonna walk right through the flames. I'll never stop from reaching higher. I'm gonna hit the ground like lightning. I'm gonna break the speed of sound. I'll never give up in a fight. Aiming for the stars, I'll reach the mountains. He who believes he'll walk on water will. I see the new me always looking forward. I don't wanna spend my life in hell. I'm gonna set the world on fire. I'm gonna work within the night. I'll never stop from reaching higher. I'm gonna hit the ground like lightning. I'm gonna break the speed of sound. I'll never stop until the fighting. 'Cause I'm feeling so alive. Know the universe is on my side. Everything will be alright. I'm gonna set the world on fire. I'm gonna walk right through the flames. I'll never stop from reaching higher. I'm gonna hit the ground like lightning. I'm gonna break the speed of sound. I'll never give up in a fight. 'Cause I'm feeling so alive. Hope y'all doing all right. First round knockout in the house, flashrock.com. Gotta that tune back up. By the way, really quick, Derek, Brian, Rich, Simon, you, the man. I was paralyzed.
That's good.
Hey, you're back at flashrock.com. I'm Leah Ann. How you doing tonight? So we're here with one RKO. What's up, guys?
That's right.
How are you doing?
Good.
I saw you rocking out.
You saw me rocking
Yeah,
out.
you
I
smell
was rocking
incredible.
out. I smell
Can I smell
incredible. Sure.
Unbelievable.
You kind of smell good too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here we are with one RKO. So why don't we introduce you guys? We'll talk about what instrument you play now. Simon, you're Simon Daniels,
Simon,
yeah?
lead vocals, lead guitars.
And Simon, do you write all the songs as well?
Yes,
Strictly yourself?
I
So-
do.
Because I was digging the lyrics. No, because I was digging the lyrics. And I mean, we'll get into this, but I know a little bit about your background. I was digging the lyrics, and they just kind of, they were touching me.
Did it ring the bell?
It was ringing my bell.
Good.
And so, Brian, you play bass?
Yes, bass player, background vocals as well.
Very cool. And we got Derek over here. Derek plays guitar.
Yep.
Now, I also saw you have listed you play cowbell as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, you picked that
Whatever
up the other
possible.
night.
Because cowbell is like almost an extinct instrument at this point. You know, some of the great rock and roll albums of our time.
I know.
Cowbell.
There's a thing.
There's always room for cowbell.
No, what it is. There's a thing against the cowbell for some reason. That's somebody's. People say like, you put a cowbell there. Sorry,
It kind of turned me on.
that's the idea.
And so, Rich,
We'll be adding more
More
cowbell
cowbell.
next time.
Rich, you play drums.
Yes, Rich plays drums.
Rich, how do we say your last name?
Sacco. It's
Rich
Italian.
Sacco.
Sacco!
I'm Italian. My last name's
It's fun to
Cevoli.
say. Say.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, Cevoli.
Absolutely. Awesome. So what's going on with you guys right now? Are you recording? Are you playing? Is there a CD? What can you tell us?
We just finished putting out a new CD. It's available on cdbaby.com, and it's a 6-song collection. It's not actually the last 5 songs that we recorded plus one that we had before. It's pretty much represents everything that we're doing. The sound is it's like we think it should sound. And check it out.
You like it.
And that's
You
all that
like
counts.
it. What's
Of
it?
course I like it.
You're happy with
If I
it.
didn't like it, it wouldn't come out.
Now, Simon, I'm sure you get this question a lot, but you were around in like what some would say was like the
1925?
heyday. No, not 1925, but the heyday of like Sunset Strip and the rock and roll scene. And a lot of people would say that there is no rock and roll scene. Just can you give me a little bit about your perspective and your background, where you've come from, and what you're doing right now?
That's why we're here. That's what we're here for. It's to bring the new classic rock. And so far,
That's N-E-W, not N-U.
yeah. And it's just it just happened to be the music that we grew up with, really, and it's really true to us. And you can like all kinds of music, but I think that whatever you listen to when you fell in love with music is really what's in your veins.
Right. That's totally how I feel. I find myself denying sometimes who I really am. And then I'm like, for me...
Are you coming out of the closet?
I'm coming out of the closet. For me, you put some fucking Bon Jovi or Guns N' Roses, Poison, Skid Row, and then I feel at home,
Well, it's good to rock.
Thanks. I'm like, so you've inspired me. I'm going to go home and write some poetry, some songs.
Me too.
Rich,
Italian.
you're from Buffalo.
Buffalo, New York.
I'm from Philly. What's up, man?
What's up? High five, girl.
What's up? Did you go back home at all recently?
No, I did not.
Because it gets kind of cold back there.
Yeah, it does. That's why I moved out
It's
here.
kind of cold here.
That's why I moved here in the first place, is because it's too cold back there.
But anyway, just want to say, I've known Brian for a long time, and he was in different bands, and we've known each other for many, many
Have
years.
you guys been in other bands together?
No, this is the first time.
Excellent.
Actually, I found out he was living here, and it was, the first thing that popped up in my mind is let's get together and do this. And Derek is my friend for a long time, great guitar player, tone, kick-ass, flying V, and there you go, hat. And we have,
Bad hair day.
we have Rich with his new red dyed hair.
It looks nice. I like it.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you very
nice.
much. Thank you.
And he is right in the pocket. I mean, people, what would you say usually about bands? He locks in. They're in the pocket.
Right.
Those are the
they're
words.
in their zone.
Yeah,
You're
they're
in
in the
your
zone.
You've got it going on.
They allow us to go in their zone.
Right.
So
It's that
It
shared.
works.
It's
Don't
that
get him
shared. No,
started.
it's that shared energy. I know. We're communicating, man. We're like, it's that shared energy. Don't look at me like that. Well, speaking of Brian, you're from Nashville.
No, that's Derek.
No? Oh, I wrote down the
That's,
wrong things.
I could have answered that. I
switched.
should have. I blew it there, didn't I?
Can't you tell by the accent?
Well, I said, well, I was going to talk about Nashville because, like, if I wasn't in LA, Nashville is just absolutely incredible city.
Yeah, I love it. It's cool. It's a lot different than it was when I lived there, though. I've been out here for about 15 years.
I think it'd be a good place to raise a family.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's still rock and roll enough, but yet, I don't know.
No, actually, I'm
It's
from the
just
Bay
much
Area,
better.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
I moved down to Los Angeles and met Simon at some point soon after.
Rock and roll will never die.
Oh, no, of course not.
Trust
so
me.
What venues are you guys playing at? Have you played at? Looking to play at?
We did some shows in the south, where is it? Bay Area?
Yeah, Central California, San Francisco, Berkeley, some of the good clubs up there.
Yeah, and then we played a few places here in LA. Quite honestly, we like to play out more because the people are a little more receptive. But I guess everybody that's watching this right now knows
Right.
about that. So we're actually really glad to be at flashrock.com because
Good to get the
this is
plug in.
a really good environment for us.
I agree. I mean, I think it's great to get out there, and that way, that many more people, and then you can put one of those things up on your page that say "Request us" in your city. Have you seen those?
Exactly.
And that's, I guess that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. I was looking at your profile, and I saw that it said like you want to bring stadium rock back. You want to be out there, and under where it said like label, it said yes please. And I was like, that rocks, because there's a lot of bands out there right now. I mean, everybody's got their mixed opinions
take credit for
about
that.
right? Everybody's got their mixed opinions about the state of the industry and all that. So like, how do you feel then about that? What's your take on what's going on with the music scene, labels, etc.?
The state of the industry, I mean, I think that there is a bullshit humbleness, in my opinion, of a lot of bands that are like, trying to sort of like play themselves down. Listen, this is about projecting, and this is about kicking ass. And if you just want to play in your room in front of the wall, and turn down and don't call me. But that's, I think the bands have to. I like the bands, the real bands. It's not like we're trying to play stadiums. I mean, that's what you end up doing.
Right, exactly.
But it became like uncool to want to play stadiums.
Right.
And that's such a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, anybody that says that is full of shit. Oh, it's more intimate playing this club. Yeah, right.
Well, no, I know what you're saying.
We
No,
want to play
sure.
for 20,000 people, and we play it for 20,000 people in our minds.
Every night.
And it's not like
We sell out every night.
It's not like an ego thing. It's like accepting who you are. I had an acting coach once that said, if you're not saying you want to be a star, then you're lying.
Gives a whole new meaning to selling out, doesn't it?
No, of course you want. Don't you want to sell out? I mean, that word. Where did that word come from? Because when I hear that word sell out, I'm like, yeah, they sold out an arena. They sold out their CD. They sold what is that?
Yes, I guess it's not good to sell out. We want to go broke. And we want to live in poverty. Please don't buy our record. Okay?
Anyway, so we got off on that little tangent there. What else? I don't
First
know.
round knockout.
Yeah, first round knockout. Where else can we find you at?
MySpace.com/1RKO.
I'd like to
Yeah,
I'd like to
please.
thank everybody here at Flash Rock. Great job,
Very
great
nice work.
staff, and
Thank
friendly.
everybody.
Yeah, it's been a great experience.
Thanks for having us.
So there's an attaboy to y'all.
Rich,
Are you from Nashville too?
You guys,
You're rubbing off on me.
Rich, I've got a story to share with you. I walked in here tonight. I've never been here before. And there's a young lady who's with you here tonight. And I walk in. Do you know I got drunk with your girlfriend like 7 months ago at a bar?
Right
And
on.
we took a photo together. I had it up on my website and everything. And I walk in and we look at each other and we're like,
Great, you ought to see it. No.
wow, we know
Great.
each other.
Let's get her in the shot then.
Cool. You guys should come out
Let's get her in the
here.
shot then.
Come on, come say hi.
Hello, here we
We're going to
go.
say goodbye. Come on up.
This is Milena.
Ask her a couple of questions.
Melina, what are you up to?
How did you feel after that night?
Yeah. Did you remember me?
Hungover.
But did you remember me?
Yeah, I remembered you when you said your name. Of course. We talked outside for a long time.
Yeah, we did. We talked about a lot of stuff, but I have some really great shots. I'm gonna put it back up on my website
Great, I
there.
didn't know that.
Yeah, totally.
I'll check it out.
All right, so I guess we're signing off. Any last minute, anything anyone to say? Where we can get the CD again?
citybaby.com. I'm sure somebody heard of that. And myspace.com. RKO First Round Knockout.
Right on, Brian. Anything? Any last words?
Had a great time tonight. These guys all did a great job out here behind the scenes here. Thank you guys a lot. Thanks for
And
letting me drink the
we're
beer.
trying to sell
Appreciate
out.
that.
We want to sell out.
Buy their album. Alright, so here we are. Thank you. We'll see you again real soon.
First round knockout!
Right.
All right.
That was fun.
Thank you.
Sensation just took me to another realm. It wasn't here. It wasn't on this earth. I went somewhere else, and it was just total peace and joy.